counter pick for TheShy. Picking the red side again just makes complete sense. They want to have that counter matchup up in the top lane for TheShy. They even ban the Gnar, so there isn't that safe blind pick for Rich. But Rookie does not want to deal with Angel's Azir again. He takes that away right off the bat.
No, I like this, and I mentioned it because I think it makes sense, right? Taking away Angel's Azir, it just kind of makes life a little bit easier when you're trying to punish the mid lane. And even if we see Angel go towards the Ahri, to try and take the flip side of the matchup, I feel like when you have Azir, it's a little bit easier to make plays onto Ahri than it is in the vice versa. So I quite like this from V5 Weibo. If they want to go the full Senna Tahm Kench here, there definitely isn't really anything holding them back. But also SofM has
They take
Viego.
Tahm Kench? Yeah, they take Viego here because SofM is a one trick.
Yeah, exactly.
And they can't afford to let that matchup go.
If it doesn't go through here, I'll be quite surprised, to say the least. So I look more towards... Oh, okay. I mean, this is spicy for Angel, and it's definitely in his wheelhouse for sure. We know that. So Angel on his Sylas, into Rookie on his Azir. That is going to be a matchup to watch, absolutely. And I think if we see the full bottom lane here from V5, the crucial thing is that Weibo are kind of locked into going Senna on R3. They would probably love to pick up SofM's Viego, but in this kind of situation, what does Tahm Kench really pair with other than Senna in the meta? The answer is kind of nothing.
I'm telling you, Tahm Kench is actually the top lane for TheShy. It's
Ah.
all flex. Yeah, no, this is kind of very likely to come on through. I just want to quickly shout out, for anyone that doesn't know, the Sylas is a pick that Angel has played a ton of over his career. Now, I mean, it's not one of his most played picks. He's got 13 games on that pick. But crucially, he won 9 of those games. He's got a 70% win rate on the Sylas. He loves this pick. And also, you know what? They came into game number 1 and said, we need an Azir. And then game number 2, Azir's taken away. They're like, you know what? We still need Emperor's Divide at least. So they lock in the Sylas.
We're going to take at least something from Azir's kit, and it's going to be his ultimate. And I guess, technically, if SofM gets his hands on Viego, he gets the whole champion. But guess what V5 are going to do? They're very, very telegraphing of banning that one away. And I expect Weibo are probably going to look towards the Lee Sin, if I have to wager a guess on what they would like to take away from Karsa's champion pool as well. And then it kind of just leaves V5 open to just continually shut down what SofM could potentially pick. Maybe it's something like super out there, like the jump, but actually it's the Wukong that gets banned away. So I guess SofM is maybe looking towards the Lee Sin. So this still kind of opens up for V5 to, again, continue to just pinch on the jungle pool. So we're going to see junglers that we probably don't get to see too frequently in this game, right? Because we've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 5 if you want to count Talia as a flex. Jungler bans likely to come in. So SofM going to be a little bit, I'm not going to say uncomfortable, because we've seen him pick a wide variety of things and build a wide variety of things. But oh my goodness, it's the Respect Jax ban. And it's going to allow SofM to get his Lee Sin. Yep. I think that says a lot about where V5 are mentally after that game. To be honest, they just don't even want to blind pick anything that could run the risk of the Jax showing up.
Yeah, just removing that Jax. SofM gets the Lee Sin, which is the comfort champion for both of these junglers. Obviously, SofM, we're joking about him being a one-trick this split on the Viego. He has countless games on the Lee Sin over his career. Over on the side of V5, though, Karsa hovering this Trundle. We saw this hovered earlier on today. It was never locked in, but there it is. A duelist, 4th jungle, a lot of ability to fight for those scuttle crabs and to fight for early game presence. It's a Sejuani as well as the blind pick for the top lane. This is a very late game composition from V5.
Yeah, it really is. And what do you want to do from the Shy's perspective to try and match that, right? You have things like Gangplank maybe, which you could lean into. Does okay into the Sejuani. Yeah, Kale. Oh god, Kale's open. That's... Oh, Munch, you're right.
I mean,
oh no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the Shy's champion pool. He's played so many different champions, but at the top, on more than double any other pick, is Kale. Or the Fiora that's usually banned gets locked in here. This is usually banned against like every player, never mind just TheShy, but TheShy is a monster on Fiora. He's got a 100% win rate this split on Fiora. Granted, it's only one game, but Fiora, an absolute menace in that top lane right now, and loves the matchup against Sejuani, I promise you that.
I'm just going to say it. I think V5 are on a timer. I think if nobody tries to shut down TheShy here, which even on its own right is going to be pretty difficult. A lot of the CC is telegraphed from V5's side, which could be riposted. TheShy just does exactly what he did in game number 1 by maybe come and rotate in, yes, when it makes sense, but he is going to look to do exactly what he just did. Abuse the side lane matchup, and I'm expecting SofM to try and maybe even get up there and try and give him a little bit of a push in that direction. If not, though, strong options across the board. He's got Sylas into an Azir, he's got the bottom side matchup with the Senna Tahm Kench into the Aphelios and the Renata, which we've seen, you know, the setup come into pretty good use time and time again. So I think the option's super wide open for Weibo. On the opposite side of V5, it's a little more standard. It's a little more, you know, scaling, playing for items with the Azir, with the Aphelios. We've seen this composition almost, you know, pound for pound already show up today.
Yeah.
We know what to expect. It's whether or not they can actually execute on it.
The thing is, like, when you think about V5, even with the scaling composition, you think of aggression. But I'm not sure in the way that these matchups have lined up. I feel like in the bottom lane, you can still be aggressive, but, like, in the skirmishes against the Sylas Lee Sin, it's going to be tough. In that top lane, you definitely can't be aggressive against the TheShy, unless it's Karsa getting into that lane as well. I don't know, this one's going to be juicy, and the TheShy playing his own skin on the Fiora. Oh, I'm so excited for this one, Jamada.
Man, that, like, seeing the TheShy Fiora, like, great. Like, I am so hyped already. He's using his own bloody skin to potentially walk home a series against the undefeated V5. Man, oh man, the setup, the story's there. It's almost writing itself already, the headlines.
Yeah.
But V5, they've got themselves
I kind of wish
very
Rookie was playing
comp.
LeBlanc now. I really wish Rookie was playing LeBlanc just so we could see both of them with their world skins. That would be just too beautiful. Yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, so you want to talk compositions? I think jungle pathing as well. Like, let's talk early game. Let's talk how one thing I would just say quickly before we get into that topic: 4 Doran shields. When do you see that? I don't remember the last time I saw that. It's Tahm Kench, Sylas, Fiora, and Sejuani all have Doran shields. Kind of weird.
Yeah, definitely quite strange. But yes, jungle pathing I think is going to be super important. Oh, okay, the observers really love the TheShy right now.
They just want to show everyone that this is his skin.
Like, it's his skin. He is the reason this skin came into existence. Yeah, so SofM starting on the bottom side, and we said, right, it's kind of one of two things. Obviously, jungle pathing is normally bot top to bot anyway. But in terms of the thought process, get the TheShy ahead early so you don't have to do anything else other than let him do his thing on the side lane. And the early pathing indicates that we could potentially just be seeing exactly that. Karsa on the opposite side, he just doesn't really want to touch the TheShy's lane, and I kind of get it. It's a really difficult lane to gank. The permafrost can always be riposted. It's really easy to walk out of that one for the TheShy unless he's really overextending. So Karsa's just going to move towards the bottom side, towards Photic, towards ppgod. And we've already seen Photic have, honestly, individually it was a really strong game from him, right? So we'll see what he can get done. That was a really hefty trade in the mid lane from Angel and Rookie, though. And that's definitely going to attract the attention of both of these junglers.
Yeah, Angel actually opted into that trade as well. He started that one, but Rookie now out of pots, whereas Angel keeping them has a biscuit as well. And like maybe Angel trying to play like the long con in this mid lane, trying to out-sustain, but he, you know, he doesn't win the poke war against the Azir. SofM, you said he wants to avoid this top lane. Apparently not. He wants to go up towards this top side right now. Rich uses the Q, but no. The Arctic Assault, even though it was used, it doesn't really matter. Rich is safe in that lane. The ward is available there. So SofM will just return to his jungle. Oh, will he? Look at this. Playing with Fog of War. Moves back in, though. Wants to go for the Scuttle Crab. Karsa's here.
And he has
I don't know. This is going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure Karsa wins this 1v1 and just going to slow him. Just going to start battering him down. Kick him out of the jungle.
Yeah, but look at the mid lane wave as well. Karsa should know that SofM doesn't have red buff, but he has to go actually cover this. Angel's maybe committing.
Oh. Angel's in trouble here. Not get hit by that last hit. Okay. He's all right. Weibo, though, feeling the pressure here from Karsa.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, in fact, that SofM had that kind of awkward pathing. I think did 4 camps into trying to look for the gank. Maybe a scuttle. I was expecting Karsa off the mid lane priority to maybe actually go and invade SofM, but potentially worried about the fact that the TheShy has first move from the top lane. So just goes and ignores it, has to go and cover the mid lane 1v1 that's going on. Still picks himself up double skull, and he is also here to effectively cover SofM if he decided to make any kind of beeline towards the bottom side to try and set up onto Photic and ppgod. So really nice pathing early on from Karsa, just covering multiple lanes at once.
Yeah, covering multiple lanes at once, finds himself a small CS lead as the trades continue in this top side. Both top laners basically out of mana at this point. And you can see Rich will naturally start to struggle a little in CS as Angel keeps on going for these aggressive trades in the mid lane. I mean, I'm loving watching it. I feel like this is a matchup that realistically Azir is going to win in the early game, and you can see that in the CS, but ultimately, Angel not willing to just sit by and watch the CS die.
No, absolutely is not. And it's definitely very nice to see. Even has the first strike as well. I feel like we saw this. I'm not sure if it was from Angel. But from another Sylas player going first strike. It's definitely a very interesting rune choice, especially when you're into Azir, right? It feels like it's going to be pretty difficult to proc very consistently. Even there, I don't think he actually managed to proc it because Rookie hit him first. But, you know, you have to remember that first strike. Yes, I think that it's pretty good for generating early gold, but a lot of people forget it's not quite like Kleptomancy of old, where it used to just kind of just give you so much gold like that. It's more of a damage spiking rune. It scales with how much damage your champion does. At the end of the day. So if you get into the later stages with a pretty, you know, glass cannon build and you happen to run into somebody, all of a sudden a huge chunk of your damage is converted into additional true damage. And you can kind of just one-shot even harder than you maybe could before. Now, SofM, he's looking towards the top side again. Rich a little further up this time. There is a ward, but will he be able to make it out?
Yeah, it's whether or not that ward is going to matter. SofM moves on in, immediately gets the slow. Rich, no flash available for him. That's one of the vitals proc. There's the Q coming out. And TheShy will grab first blood. Very nicely done. 2 games in a row. It's SofM to visit that top side and set TheShy up for success.
Yep, and success is definitely just by nature of the compositions that we have in front of us gonna just be a thing for TheShy, right? No one should be able to match Fiora on the side lane after 2 items. At best, Rookie is gonna be able to go towards the side lane and maybe wave clear, but it's certainly not gonna be Rich. He's gonna get absolutely shredded by those true damage procs.
What is going on in the mid lane? Soldiers galore. Angel will survive. Has to use his splash, though. Rookie getting the best of that one with Karsa waiting in the wings. And I'm loving this from Karsa. He knows that Angel is being aggressive in the matchup, so consistently just hovering around this mid lane, making sure Rookie can safely push these waves in and find that CS advantage.
Exactly. Just being there when it's necessary. Angel, I think we're both loving to see the aggression come out of him, but slowly starting to fall behind in CS replay. Top gank? No, mid lane play. As Angel goes in with the Abductive Storm, picks up the ultimate, and yeah, they just both kind of knock each other away, but it's Rookie that locks Angel in to his jungler. Has to use the flash to get away. But now, TheShy, this is the problem. Getting that first kill. Is he going Hullbreaker first? He has a Phage in his inventory. Munch, he's going Hullbreaker first. He's not even going a Mythic.
TheShy has no mercy. He has literally
not.
It's not programmed into him. Like, he just wants to destroy Rich. And to be fair, oh, here we go. Grand challenge. Look how quickly he procs it there. Last one is a little late. And there's an ignite. TheShy doesn't get the sustain he wanted. And now Karsa burning him down with the subjugation. Can he find the 1v1 against Karsa now? Dodges damage from Rich and the flash as well. TheShy is just too clean with it.
That was really, really well played from TheShy. Considering how that could have gone, Karsa also still had a flash. Really, really great footwork to work his way out of that. And now,
I mean, you know what? Both of his feet were good, so it is feet work. It is feet work.
True.
SofM moves mid. He's just going to help push his mid.
Yeah, and I think off the back of that play, they recognize Karsa and Rich are probably going to reset, so maybe looking towards the Herald. That's the thought process. Photic, ppgod. Good guns for fighting Photic. Huanfeng and On, they've actually kind of been forced away. At the very least, On's going to be able to use that Abyssal Wave to get back to lane, though. And seems like despite the posturing from Weibo, the Herald isn't going to be started up. You can see Rich, Karsa, they walk back towards the top lane because they were probably expecting potentially Weibo to start that one up. But with nobody in sight, they're actually going to get this Herald themselves. It seems like Weibo don't really have an interest in picking this one up themselves.
It feels like this is kind of dangerous for Weibo, though, right? Because yes, V5 are going to be able to grab this Herald for themselves. This feels very typical of V5 to get that first Herald, but I'm a little scared for the bottom lane of Weibo off the back of this. Like, when you look at how this bottom lane has been going, Photic and ppgod have been destroying the bottom lane. They already have 2.5 plates taken. This Herald is a guaranteed tower in the bottom side. A lane that already has had infinite priority this game. Like, I'm real scared if I'm Huanfeng and on right now with the Herald in the pocket of Karsa.
Yeah, and not only that, we saw what Photic got done in that last game. Yes, Weibo were dominating a lot of those team fights, but Photic had that one pop-off moment with the Infernum Ulm, and not only that, he was just putting out so much damage time and time again outside of that specific sequence too. So definitely getting Photic ahead. I think that has to be the port of call because the top lane matchup, Shy is basically proxying. You know, he's just trying to harass Rich underneath the tower as he slowly gets the plate. Yeah, that's what he wants more.
I love watching this though. He's making Rich choose between the CS that's dying under the tower and TheShy getting plates, right? He's making Rich have to play both games simultaneously. Oh, Rookie, quick reactions to get out there. Does not manage to finish off the control ward.
Yeah, not quite. Yeah, really, really hectic. Chaotic topside going on for V5.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be able to fix it. They just have to play towards another lane, and they have to definitely get their lead sooner rather than later, because the longer this goes on, TheShy is just going to continually do this.
Out. Yeah, Rich is in trouble here, but will survive, at least for the time being. TheShy can't get the final vital that was behind Sejuani. Rich trying to get a charge. Here we go, though. The Herald, we talked about it already. It's going to be gifted over to ppgod and Photic. I would love to see ppgod move further away there, honestly. I feel like he could have just stepped away from the tower to give Photic all of the gold from the plates, but either way, it's going to be nice for the bottom lane of V5, and they're even going to get a bonus charge as well. I'm pretty sure the eye is just about open now. Photic can't, oh, sorry. Huanfeng can't quite find the auto attack, and there's an Infernum ulti onto Huanfeng as well. In the meantime, Rookie finds a pick onto Angel. The streamer shuffle stolen away here. Can they find Rookie? They want an opportunity. Knocked back. SofM flashes on in to try and find Rookie. Kicks him through the team, but Rookie still going strong. SofM taking a journey across Summoner's Rift right now. Has a blast going as well. It just zips into the Krog pit to get a recall off. In the meantime, Angel trying to move back in. Karsa's kind of low on here as well. Angel goes in. He tries to find Karsa. Gobbled up by On. Kept alive here. Huanfeng with some sustain. SofM sticking around. No. Does not have the Dragon's Rage. That's going to be a hostile takeover that keeps everyone in place. And Weibo being chased down one by one. The Gravitum is there. A kill for Rookie. And V5 looking a little more themselves here in game number 2. Angel, though, reads the play well.
Yeah, and that's such an important win for V5, right? It felt like on the top side of the map that TheShy's matchup was starting to get out of control. Rich not really able to control him any longer. They needed that little bit of pressure. They already just about picked up that tower on the bottom side of the map, and they also got that second charge. The fact that they're able to get additional kills into Rookie in particular is so important for them moving forward, getting towards those next couple of items, towards that sort of 20-minute mark, trying to hope for that 2-item spike so they can try and force some of these team fights so that Shy has to respond in one way or another. As Angel kind of just goes in. It's a pretty smart flash from Photic, to be honest with you. Makes that chain connect onto Karsa. SofM kind of give himself away again, and it's just ppgod with this really, really strong Renata armor. I think it hits everybody, right? Yeah, just about hits everybody.
Insane, yeah.
And there's not really too much Weibo can do other than try and disengage. V5 pick up more free kills off the back of what probably should have just been a dragon, to be honest with you. Weibo had the opportunity to disengage entirely. They didn't have to opt into that. And they did anyway. Dragon was already gone. And now V5 have a couple of kills on Rookie.
Put yourself in the shoes of Weibo right now, right? You won game number 1. And the way that you won it was going in. That situation may not have been like a smart go-in, but when you won game 1 in the way that you did, I'd be going in as well, to be quite honest. I understand where they're coming from with that one. What a trade out from TheShy on the top side. I will say, Rich is doing a really good job to maintain CS up there, especially considering he died early on in the lane. And now, Rich is getting some reinforcements. TheShy knows it. He is out of there.
Yeah, he doesn't want anything to do with this. 4 people in the top side of the map right now. The only person not here is his ex-teammate, and now he's just going to return back as he has his jungler and support SofM rotating up. Same with his bottom side of the map. So 4 players on the top side, but it's Photic picking up a couple of plates. It's definitely the important thing here. And actually, because of the way that everybody's rotated, you can take a look at the mid lane. It's Rookie that's now got free time down there. So if he stays in the mid lane, he's going to get plates. Top side, pressure's mounting. V5 are looking for something maybe. Weibo are just going to be able to stay with him.
Yeah, they'll hold on for now at very least. Interesting, you talked about the build from TheShy earlier on. So you got for an Iron Spike Whip as well since we talked about that. So not opting to finish any item first. We talked about a Hull Breaker first, but maybe opted towards the Gore Drinker instead. He seems unsure which direction he really wants to go just yet. It was kind of the same in last game as well.
He did this last game, right? But at least he had his Mythic. This time, he's just doing it from the very start. You know, like, it's just very much TheShy. We'll see whether or not he wants that Gore Drinker or the Phage first. I will say, if he goes Gore Drinker at this point, it's a little bit strange. I think the idea is just pick up the Iron Spike Whip for a little bit of extra wave clear, right? You don't pick up the Tiamat very early on in a lot of these Fiora builds, or in some cases at all for the wave clear. Pick up the Hull Breaker, pick up the Spike Whip just for a little bit of extra wave clear, and then you can start to go towards your Gore Drinker or Stride Breaker. It depends. I think in this game, definitely Gore Drinker is probably the more likely option of the two.
Yeah, definitely. I think right now we should talk a little bit about V5, right? This is a team that, you know, as we've said many times, 9-0 in the standings. This is a team that is comfortably in control of the leaderboard in the LPL right now. And they've just been handed their third loss of the split by Weibo in game number 1. Here in game number 2, though, I feel like they're back with a vengeance, right? 3,000 gold lead at the 15-minute mark. They've got the first 2 Drakes of the game. This will be their second Rift Herald taken as well. While Photic ppgod take a tier 1 tower in the top side, it feels like V5 are getting everything they could possibly want. And this is where V5 thrive, right? When they're ahead at the 15-minute mark, they just dominate from that point on. They consistently find themselves wins. So it just feels terrifying for the side of Weibo now when they haven't managed to mess up the early game quite like they did in game number 1. Like when Victory 5 are ahead of 15 minutes, they haven't lost. A singular game this split, they have not lost if they were ahead of 15 minutes. So feels scary for Weibo this time around. Feels much more like the V5 that we are used to.
Yeah, I will say on the counterpoint, the only consolation is context of this game. Fiora with no one that can really match her on the side, and if Weibo can hold on against the might that is V5 when they have a lead, they have a very, very valid win condition in my opinion. It seems like Stride Breaker actually will be the port call for TheShy on the Fiora. Just went back to base. This mid lane tower goes down.
That's a man. That's a man that wants to chase people down in the side lane. That is not a man that wants to team fight, right?
No.
That is not the team fight item that you go for. Looks like Weibo are actually just going to opt out of contesting this Drake entirely. This will be 3 Drakes now for V5. And, you know, you're talking about the split push, but realistically, can you afford to split push in this game when Soul is up in 5 minutes? Luckily for TheShy, at least it's a Cloud Soul. Like,
yeah,
that is... Oh, no. Gravitum available. Will find the route for himself whenever he wants it. And the Infernum in as well. Dawning Shadow for a shield. Angel? No. This is Gelfos. He still goes down anyway. You know, a valiant attempt, but a kill.
I hate Gelfos. The Ire angers me. But I'm not going to talk about that. What I will talk about is, like you said, the dragons. The fact that it is a Cloud Dragon is a pretty big win for Weibo, right? The fact that it's not one of those big combat dragons. No one really on the side of V5 uses this dragon like super well. There's no Rakan, there's no, you know, Aatrox, Olaf, anything like that. Anything that really wants to run after casting its ultimate on the side of V5. It's nice to have, but it's not like, you know, the Chainslaw of a Hex Dragon or the Infernal Dragon procs. So gonna be okay giving that one. So I would even say for Weibo, given the state of the game, I think they can give over the Soul. I think you don't even mind waiting to get to that point. The only issue is if you wait to get to that point and you stay behind, you're giving that time to Rookie and Photic to scale up. So TheShy really would have to come online within the next sort of 10-ish minutes, right? Because that Elder Dragon has a 6-minute respawn time. We'll see what the choices are because, yeah, giving over a Soul, it's never going to feel good objectively regardless.
No, it will not. But, hey, let's see what TheShy is going to purchase as he goes for the reset here. I'm curious what his inventory is going to look like in a moment's time. Couldn't quite finish off another item. Grabs that pickaxe for himself. Grabs a little bit of MR as well. Has his freebie boots from his runes. But, you know, it feels like he's not really able to push the advantage against Rich recently. Like, got some damage onto that tower, and will get a bounty if he finishes the tower off as well. But look at the mini-map right now. V5 are moving over. They want to protect their top laner. They want to keep Rich alive in the play. And Rich manages to deny the vitals once again. That's twice he's done that this game. And here comes Photic. TheShy knows he's in all kinds of trouble. Can't deny the assist from Photic there. Gets a bit of damage. Can he get the sustain? There's a bit more with the grasp. That was a little dicey. That was a little too close for comfort. But ultimately, a kill to Rich here.
I will say, you know, if you've got the Gold Drinker, could have maybe sustained up, made that a little more awkward for V5, but still bought a lot of time. And unfortunately for Weibo, they just don't really have anything on the map to cross-map. They do actually have objective bounties. I missed that, but take a look at the towers and see the outlines on them. Karsa took this tower by himself, but he's going to get support from a teleport.
Yeah,
Now it's on, that's in trouble.
Is way too deep at this point. Or is he? Doesn't even
Oh,
deep or die.
okay.
He's not afraid at all. Angel was behind the play. Went for a deep TP there. But look at V5. Just 5-man unit. They're like, okay, you want to split push? Well, we'll just group up and try and end the game. Huanfeng, good little flash there. Keeps himself safe from Rookie. Bit of damage back onto him as well. It's not really enough right now. On, pulled into the play, flashes out to safety. Angel steals away a Sejuani ultimate. They need to clear the wave. Yes, TheShy, you got a tier 1 tower on the top side. You're trading it for a mid lane inhib tower. That ain't worth it in any world. Now damage out from Rookie as V5 decide they don't want to take the inhib because they don't want to give the gold over.
Yeah, no, don't think they want to pick up the inhibitor right now. TheShy, though, is it worth to give his life for this tower? 600 gold bounties. I think he's going to get it. And V5 actually don't seem too interested in stopping him. So it's definitely not a great trade, as your base is now open. So if you lose something,
He's in a bit of trouble, but we'll just CC Rookie up. Will he actually escape with this one, though? I'm not so sure.
Okay.
Karsa trying to chase him. The Pillar doing a lot of work there, but Angel does survive. Okay, 2 towers. Slightly better. Ever so slightly better for Weibo. As you say, though, the base is still open. It's still tough. As Rich finds SofM here, the Blast Cone going to keep them together. SofM just get away before the Permafrost. On, I swear to God, he spends more time with the enemies than he does with his allies.
he really does. But yeah, like we was kind of talking about, the base is now open. So if Weibo lose a fight, like the game could just end. Given how far ahead V5 feel, it's still actually only just over a 2,500 gold lead, but it does feel a lot more than that in terms of the overall pressure that we've seen V5 put down. I think a lot of the reason why the gold lead is maybe as close as it is mostly just because of probably the difference between TheShy and Rich, but that isn't really the kind of gold difference that's going to make a huge impact in the game like this right now as it's been being played out, right? TheShy hasn't been able to get super deep into the side lanes to actually have a lot of success in, you know, securing a lot of pressure for Weibo. So V5 are pretty comfortable to just continually shove up in these lanes. And if they want to eventually retreat back to the Baron now that they've picked up the Cloud Soul, they can. On again!
On is in big trouble here. The deep water dive is not going to be in time. And that's a pick that might just break the game. Now, Angel proxying waves to keep the game going, to stop V5 having an opportunity to end things. And again, just buying time for TheShy. Look where TheShy is. He's in that bottom side. He'll at least get 2 towers, but he might end up trading it for a Baron. SofM, if you ever could find a miracle steal, now is the time to do it. Rich over the wall trying to contest, but there goes Huanfeng found. Baron resets though. Weibo, they are just trying to buy space and time for TheShy. They are trying to just last as long as they can. A kickback onto Rich. SofM denied any opportunity at stealing the Baron away, but 2 towers taken by TheShy. Rookie trying to stop SofM from resetting. Is the rest of the team still on the Baron, by the way? This is not a fast Baron take at all, and TheShy is trying to get onto an inhibitor right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's taken 2 towers for himself. Like, that's honestly, if Weibo can hold on, that's not a terrible trade to take. I think that's so many objective bounties. TheShy also is probably going to base and get really close to his 3rd item. You can see Tiamat plus that Vamp Scepter, so he's about 1,500 maybe away from a Ravenous. It's all about this rookie flank to set up onto Huanfeng and onto SofM. Huanfeng has no flash already, burned that not too long ago. And V5, they're able to get onto the Baron. Angel does his best to try and make something of a situation down here. But yeah, it's kind of easy for Photic to just do that through the plants.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, right, okay. Jamada, we're in a really weird spot right now. It's a long time since I've seen a game where a team is truly committing to the split push. I feel like in 4 minutes' time, we're going to see Elder spawn onto the map. V5 are the team that want to, you know, just exact the pressure that they have right now. They've got a 4,000 gold lead and take that objective. But somebody has to stop TheShy ending the game during that. I genuinely feel like Weibo, if an Elder fight happens, they're just going to throw their bodies at V5 and just stop any recalls and let TheShy try and end the game. Speaking of which, TheShy is currently trying to take an inhib tower that Rich is trying to defend. Rich is desperately trying to hold on. Oh wait, what? Rich! It's just solo killed TheShy. I have no idea what happened. TheShy still has flash available. The one win condition for Weibo just flushed itself down the toilet.
My only assumption is that he tried to tower dive the Rich underneath the tower, and now V5, Baron in pocket. They have the ability to try and end this game. All they have to do is look for an engage. Weibo, last leg.
Yeah, not many minions available for V5 though. They're being pushed back for the time being. Rich is with the team. Damage out from Angel. Has the Emperor's Divide if they go too hard on towards him. TheShy, 10 seconds on the respawn, but again, not built for the team fight, not built to go for a 5v5. V5 are in such a strong position and just continue to muscle forward. They want to push to 3 games. They want to make sure that their undefeated streak remains in the LPL here. TheShy just goes in on towards Rookie, on towards his old mid laner, but he's taken down by ppgod. And now V5 with 2 kills in a row onto TheShy have thwarted Weibo's only win condition. Angel keeps himself alive against Rich, but only for a matter of time. It's Rich taking 1 down as SofM tries to finish it off, tries to avenge the kill, but V5 are in the base, and V5 have absolutely destroyed Weibo in game number 2. They took game number 1 personally.
They did indeed, and this was more of the V5 we were expecting coming into the day. Seems like game 1, maybe a bit of a hiccup, but game 2, business as usual resumes. And yeah, it just felt like Weibo, we kind of had a pretty clear understanding of what that win condition was. It was TheShy on Fiora on the side lane, and it was starting to come online, but I'm not sure what happened in the top side of the map, right? We got a brief picture of TheShy just dying to Ignite. My only assumption is he tried to dive him underneath the tower.
Replay because the game ended.
Yeah, like there wasn't enough time for a replay. Like there just wasn't. So my only assumption is he tried to dive him underneath the tower, must have not riposted either our ultimate or the regular permafrost, and just died to the tower damage. And off the back of that, respawn, died again, and V5 were able to end with the Baron that they had. Definitely a bit of a disappointing way. You know, I feel like V5 were almost always going to win that game, but there was always the fringe hope that TheShy could maybe make something happen on the side lane. Wasn't quite there this time around. And now we're sitting at series point in a series which I feel like could honestly go either way if we get another ceiling performance from Weibo like we got in game 1.
The thing is, I feel like this series is just TheShy in a nutshell, right?
It really
Game number
is,
1,
isn't it?
he's on the Jax, he's 1v5 and just annihilating them. Game number 2, he's on the Fiora, good in the laning phase, gets solo killed because he tries to dive the Sejuani and then just runs in 1v5 and dies at the end of the game. Like, the way that game ended was incredibly TheShy. And obviously, this wasn't exclusively TheShy's fault. Like, TheShy was the only condition. The rest of Weibo fell apart long before every egg was in TheShy's basket. But very TheShy way for that one to finish out, honestly.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And I just feel like V5 able to play to the win conditions a lot better than they were in game number 1, right? You have very hard scaling AD carry. You got Photic ahead. Rookie was able to procure his own leads in that matchup 1-to-1.